Today I'm going on a tour to meet some of the most unique looking people in India. In the least visited state in India. First though, I need to learn how to ride this thing. I rented a motorcycle for the day and I've never ridden one before. Behind me is the Sun and Moon Temple, just outside of the Hong village, the largest village of the Apatani tribe here in Ziro Valley. So I'm starting my tour of the Apatani tribe at their temple. It's a sun and moon temple. They worship a sun and moon and also other animals and nature. For instance, on their festival, they'll have a day dedicated to the rice paddy or the bamboo. So we're gonna go explore the village more and then come back. I think they're gonna have a lunch here, which I'd like to see what is a traditional church or temple style lunch. So I've noticed many men wear what looks to me like a sword, but it's for gathering firewood, or if you had to, I guess you could use it for protection.
What kind of metal is it?
Here's an example of a traditional house. So in this house you can see that the boards, they're more irregular because they were planked by hand. They actually use that sword that they carry to do so. Today they use a machine, obviously, so they'll be more uniform. But I have noticed that they use a lot of wood here, probably because there's so many beautiful trees. So around the Apatani villages, you can see platforms like this, which are a part of the festivals and are like a public meeting place where the people can come, they can talk about things. If there's a dispute, then they can settle it. They can congregate around here for the festival. And Apatani tribe perform animal sacrifices, so this would be a place where they could tie up the animal, such as a bison. They wouldn't actually sacrifice the animal here, maybe in like a more private area, but this is where he would be tied up before, as the priest says his sacred chants. Okay, so this is the best example of a platform. Now, a lot of the platforms will have cement. They'll be built with cement. This platform is only built with natural materials. You can see here that we have logs, and then they're tied with, to me, it looks like small bamboo strips. It may be something similar to that, but they must wet them and then tie them up because it looks pretty strong. I'm very impressed with the size of the wood here. This would be an amazing place to make a cabin. And here's an example of a tall pole that they would bring into the town or the village to celebrate the festival. When someone sacrifices a chicken, they'll build a bamboo structure similar to this, and they'll put parts of the animal or creature here. So here you can see probably the blood of the chicken and some feathers and some eggs. In every village, there'll be structures like these where people who might sacrifice an animal then bring them out here as a way to give respect, I believe. You can see another one right there, and then there's another one right there, and then across the street there's another one as well. So these type of buildings are granary buildings. You can see there's a number of them here. Boom, boom, boom. got the tin roof, thick wooden planks. So there are more granary buildings, which don't look like they're being used at the moment, at least not that one. That one's covered in cobweb, but this one does. Here we have a rice nursery where they are getting the rice ready. In about a month, they'll pluck them all and then they'll go and put them in the paddy. So this is a larger example of a rice nursery. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a whole lot of different rice nurseries. And as I said before, they're gonna pluck all these up. As I'm walking past the paddy, there's all these tiny little frogs that are diving for cover. So temple is over now, and we're waiting for lunch to be served. So we're all sitting in a big circle, and they're passing around some tea now. Okay. Carpaccio. So we're starting with the sweets. We got the Lotto Choco Pie. Only one I've ever had was stale before, so hopefully these look more fresh. Smells like black tea. Okay, so we have a white powdery substance. Rice. Good taste. Making such a mess with my rice powder here. So we have the local rice, we have vegetables. There's no real chutneys like you might see in a traditional Indian food, no sambar, but we do have some fermented seafood, which is gonna have a lot of flavor, I'm sure. We've got some local herbs from the jungle. We have some fermented pork that has been smoked for months and months, maybe years, but probably months. Hard-boiled eggs, seafood, and local rice. It has a good taste, especially the rice. So it has a great texture. All right, let's try the jungle herbs here. Smells good. Green color. Spicy. Really good flavor. I like that. So they use a lot of chilies. Now we try this fermented seafood. Now we did try some fermented seafood in Manipur, and it was one of the weirdest tastes I've ever had. Ooh. Ooh. That's a tough one. I'm not sure. Oh yeah. I'm not sure that one's for me. We are going to try the fermented pork though, or the smoked pork that's been fermented. Yeah. Also, very unique flavor. Okay, I like a nice shirt. Yeah.
This is traditional.
Traditional? Okay, good style. Paya pacho. Paya aropacho. Okay. Thank you, very good food. Paya aropacho. So paya aropacho means thank you in the Apatani language.
Lyrics when you hear them, you sound like Christy Biscuits. You come in at the place and me say, well, slick, bum, hey.
So this is a structure that they would make when they do a bison sacrifice. Digi. So this is the center of the traditional longhouses in the Ziro Valley. They're made mostly out of bamboo, and there's a fireplace in the center. It's like the hub of the house. In the past, there used to be 2 fireplaces. Now they only really need 1. And so here's where we'll do the cooking or sitting around and conversing. Then you have these racks here where you can hang meat or dry meat or smoked meat. You have your wood. It will dry out there because it's right over the fire. And then you can, in the rainy season, you can put rice up on top of there, and then up above are the seeds. What do you have there? You have cat food?
Meow.
Meow. So she got her face tattoos when she was 15, and she used to have nose plugs, but there were some practical difficulties, such as blowing her nose, or they would fall out at inopportune times. Right? Right? So they're wearing jewelry that has been passed down from generation to generation. And in the past, they've traded with Tibet. So I think this is Tibetan jewelry that they're wearing. There he is. All right, buddy. We're going outside to watch, I think there's about 9 beautiful ladies dance in their traditional clothing. So why did the Apatani tattoo their face and use nose plugs? Well, if you ask them, they may not have an immediate answer due to the lack of written records. Here are some top options. First, to mislead the ghosts of enemies. The elders recount that back in the past, wars between Apatani villages and other tribes were common, and it was believed that the ghosts of the slain enemies haunted the villagers, especially the girls and women. So priests advised marking the faces with soot to confuse these ghosts, which might have led to the tradition of permanent tattoos. However, this is often dismissed as superstition because both men and women do practice tattooing on their face. The second theory is to avoid being kidnapped by neighboring tribes. Within the Apatani people, there was a subgroup called the Tanitari, and they were said to kidnap beautiful Apatani women, make them their wives. However, to avoid this, girls started tattooing their faces to appear unattractive. Now, there's no clear evidence that this subgroup does exist, and men also had tribes. So the Apatani don't think this is true either. The third theory relates way back to their mythological beliefs that these tattoos make them beautiful and fertile. There was a verse from the Yorta Ayu, a ceremonial festival that reveals ancient tattoo practices. And in this story, a beautiful woman tattoos her face to try to win a husband. She does this and she regains her youth and her beauty and makes many children, which are the current people of the Apatani. So most Apatani believe that this practice was meant to enhance beauty, increase the chances you'll have a baby, and mark the key transition into puberty. Now in 1974, there was a movement to ban this practice. Many of the Apatani people were moving to other cities, and they were worried about being discriminated against, which already does happen based on the different looks of the Apatani people compared to mainland Indian people. So today, less than 500 women have the face tattoos and nose plugs, and this will be the last generation that does. Thank you so much. Thank you. Balashi. Very beautiful. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So much. Ayado. I will learn. Payero Pacho. So the dance was really beautiful. It's really beautiful and funny to watch them dance, and you could see how close they were. They're all neighbors in this small village. They probably grew up together. They spend a lot of time together, so they're joking back and forth. My guide said they were joking about that was a dance that they used to do as kids, and it's a back and forth, like a call and response dance. Now we're cooking dinner over the open flame here. We have some chicken that we're going to put into bamboo shoots and then grill them. It smells like wood.
Yeah, because it's like it's a cover. It's a flower.
It's a flower?
Yes.
There's also egg and there's going to be vegetables. Oh, what does the bamboo do? Does that have bamboo flavor?
Yeah.
Sister Mom says she a one in a free meal. So far,
Ay, arrow pacho on it. Okay, thank you. The bamboo is cooked, or the chicken is cooked, and we are opening up the bamboo. You really gotta hit the bamboo. So one thing I learned is cooking the chicken in bamboo looks like it's quite difficult. I would have a hard time doing that, but it looks quite good. Smells good. You can smell the egg and the chicken.
this woman, I never trouble no one. I'm a lady, I'm not a man. MC is my ambition. I come feel nice up Jamaican, so bam bam.
So here we have a traditional dinner. We have some local rice that was taken from the fields nearby. This sticky rice was almost like a dessert. It reminded me of maybe having like mango sticky rice in Thailand. We have what I think is mustard, dal of course. We have eggs. This is a local herb. So this is hookah, or a fern vegetable. We have our chutney, which is adds a lot of flavor to the dish. And this is dry bamboo shoot pila. Oily, salty, spicy. No ghost peppers though. Look good? How's the taste? Ooh, the rice is very sticky. I loved the texture of the rice we had at lunch. The flavor and the chutney is good, and the rice is very sticky. So that's good. Let's try these mustard, our green vegetables here. They boil a lot of their food. We had boiled vegetables for lunch. Okay, so this looks like the most unique food on the menu. A local herb. Reminds me of spinach. Smells herby. It reminds me a little bit of kale with how chewy it is. So this rice is so good, it tastes like a dessert. The chutney has a really delicious flavor. Oil, spicy, salty. Bye, buddy.
Bye. Bye.
Okay, I give your hand a. Here we go. Hand closed. Punch. He was eating the cucumber. Okay. Boom. Thank you, Anu. In the next video is about Arunachal Pradesh. I'm exploring the Ziro Valley more and the spooky house I stayed in.